clients in the last 3 months who have been dealing with workplace situations, okay? And, we're supposed to be doing classes on uh, herbs and tarot and all that other stuff, but it keeps coming back to them in their work environment and how hostile or how toxic it is. And it's really disheartening because I've been there. I have 1000% been there. And it's very disheartening to see people that you have grown to know and care about going through these very situations and feeling as though, their back is against the wall. They're supposed to be learning how to connect with Mother Earth and the elements and, learning alchemy. But yet, in the background, that's kind of convoluted because they're having these issues going on at their places of employment. So I have put together a workshop for my spiritual girlies, or really anybody who's going through any sort of hostility in the workplace. Um, Again, I've been there. I've done that. I am an entrepreneur, but obviously, I've gotten into the workforce, and I've noticed that they have tried to, and it's, you get into these workplaces, you want to get into it maybe for some of you guys are getting into it because you feel like you don't want to be an entrepreneur. A lot of y'all are getting into it because you feel like your 9 to 5 is going to, you're working this 9 to 5 to invest in your business. And which I recommend everybody have a business. I do. So several streams of income. But I've been in these places where I'm seeing, people be overworked, okay, dismissed, underappreciated, undervalued, sometimes underpaid, and just made out like they're the problem. And what I realized, it's not those individuals, it's a systemic issue. It is the system within that organization, that you work for. And they're so used to people shrinking and staying silent because those people are afraid, like the people that's in it, the people who feel like, entrepreneurship is not for them, they're going to, basically conform and be quiet and be silent, shrink, not stand up for themselves. Me, I know I've been in those spaces, but one thing about me, I'm never going to hand over. I'm never, ever going to hand over my power. Um, when I see stuff like that happening, it does trigger something in me, and I've advocated, I don't just do coaching, I also do advocacy, and it goes hand in hand. I've advocated for clients and their children who have, situations maybe with the police, and maybe somebody was charged when they shouldn't have been charged. But again, it's a systemic issue because the judicial system thinks that, okay, because this person may not have the resources to get appropriate representation, that they're just going to plead guilty to a charge. No, that's where I come in. Nothing angers me more than other people being okay with how they act or how they treat other people, but they're never ever okay when that person sticks up for themselves. So I feel like I'm going off on a tangent. Long story short, I've been there. Again, I don't shrink. I definitely do not hand over my power, but I have created a workshop called Wounded to Wise, where it is going to help you. I protect myself while navigating through these toxic spaces. I'm just giving you the deets on how I protect myself, or how I have protected myself by, in these toxic spaces. And I also help people take their power back. So I show you how to protect yourself and how to reclaim your power. I just help you strategize, plan, plot, and strategize. There is multiple, there's a 4-week session. Right now I'm doing a package. So it's a 4 week session. You'll get, 4 weeks, and then you'll get follow-up calls from me, a few follow-up calls. I just go accordingly to, intuitively, I guess I should say, to what I feel that you need. But Glow Up PDF, you'll also get some transformational tools with that package. And we do something on Sundays called like a Sunday reset. So basically, it is I was going to offer a group session. I'm still kind of, I don't know if I really want to do that because I really like to personalize the coaching to meet your needs. So just look, if you are having problems in your workplace, you feel as though obviously it's toxic, you feel as though your back is to the wall because you have no other choice. You don't know how to stand up for yourself. You feel like people are making you out to be the problem. You feel as though you're being bullied, gaslit, whatever. I can help. That's what I do. I can help. So uh, DM me power or drop the word power below. Like if I'm gonna put this on YouTube. I'm getting better at marketing and social media. I'm more of like an in-person type girl, but if I put this on YouTube, just drop power in YouTube and comment power, and then you can go to my website. It's going to be Iridium Moon Metaphysicalservices.com. If I drop this on TikTok, DM me the word power. But yeah, we can connect and I can help you navigate what you feel is a hard, trying time. It's not. It's just all about empowering yourself and turning that, pain into power, going from wounded to wise.